What's up guys, FitCon here again, and today we are going over my meet recap for the DC Pro Invitational 2017, hopefully the first annual. So maybe I'll do it next year again and hopefully I can win some money. But today we're going to be discussing what I did yesterday. Today's Sunday, yesterday was Saturday, and I'm so happy with how I performed. I hadn't done a meet recap series for this meet because it was kind of a short-sighted decision. Not short-sighted decision, but it was a short-time decision because I wanted to qualify for nationals, and to do that in 93 class, I had to do it pretty soon. And this is a meet that Corey was going to be doing, my training partner. You guys all know Corey if you watch his channel. And so we both decided to do it together. He was already signed up, so I was like, screw it, might as well do it myself. And to say the least, I couldn't have been happier with the meet unless I went 9 for 9. But, so, spoiler alert. So, I just want to go over all my attempts. So, actually, I might just cut this right now so that you guys can see all my attempts. I'll go show them unedited full things real quick. And we'll do that right now. So with that, you guys can see that I went 8 for 9, hit all 3 of my squats. So let's go through the squats first. I hit, opened up with a 496. That flew. So then we just went straight to 529, which was my all-time PR, not even in the meet. So I hit that 1 week out. I hit that at Dan Campos Fitness, which is where the meet was held at. So I hit that only one time in my life. That in itself was a PR in meet by 11 pounds. Then I took the biggest jump to 551, which was a huge PR for me. That was the whole goal going into it. We were either going to go 545 or 551, and I just decided, hell, I didn't come here to just go easy, take it easy and go light. So we went 551 and I smashed it. Felt so good. Felt really heavy on my back, but when I got it back up, I was just like, holy crap, I did it, and I was just so happy. And then we moved to, overall, so in squat, I got a 33-pound meet PR just from the squat alone. So that was huge for me. And you got to think, I dropped a weight class too to do this meet. So I went from weighing 220 at Collegiate Nationals. Actually at the meet, I actually weighed a little bit less, probably I think about 216 on meet day, just because the anxiety of like going through that meet, because it's through traveling and stuff like that. But literally leading up to Collegiate Nationals in April, I was 220. And today, like yesterday, I had to weigh under 93 kilos, which is 205, which I weighed in at 92.7, which is cutting it close to me. But Sean said it wasn't that close. But so 33-pound meet PR while going down a weight class. That is insane to me, and I felt really good doing it. So, pardon my drinking. So that was huge for me. I was so happy. No red lights at all. I got one red in Collegiate Nationals for squat, not one on this, all 3 attempts on squat. So then we move on to the bench press. Bench press is generally the most affected by weight loss. I thought I could still maybe squeak out a PR, a meet PR at least, because in Collegiate Nationals I hit 363. So the goal was to hit 363 or 368. But obviously, that's not always there. Nothing ever goes perfect. No, I shouldn't say that. Not everything goes perfect on meet day. You have to plan for that, and you have to know that. So when I went in and I did my second attempt at 353, it was to make the call to either go 2.5, 5, or 7.5 kilos. So I opened at 330, smashed that. That was nothing. 353 was my second attempt. I wasn't as tight as I should have been. I have a little dip on my right side, which I don't think I do in training. I think I was compensating for my left side, where I had I have like a pinched nerve in my neck from football way back. So I've been dealing with that. But from the squat, I guess on my last attempt I kind of like jerked my head back, which I guess I do that a lot. But that really tweaked it, and then so I guess I overcompensated by dipping to the right more. Either way, not making excuses. So I hit the 353 with one red. I don't really remember what it was for. Maybe it was for my butt. Maybe it might have been for up and down motion, but I don't know. I'm not even sure. I didn't even care to ask. So it was just one red on the right side. So, and that's the one side that dipped. So maybe that's what it was. Who cares? Still got it. And then. And I know what I did wrong, so I wasn't as tight as I should have been. So we had a little dilemma going from the second to third. I told my handler, Caitlin, which she did a great job, to go up 2.5 kilos. I think she just misread the sheet and probably told them the wrong weight. And they didn't, when she said that, they didn't, accept her changing it. It was a whole thing. So I tried to get to the head ref to be like, look, she didn't know. I told her to go up 2.5 kilos, and so it was within that 1 minute, of the attempt, but it's not really the end of the world. So instead of getting a 2.5 kilo jump, which I think I would have gotten, which would have given me a 358 bench. So again, that's not even a PR, but it was just to get as much weight as I could, try to go 9 for 9. That's the goal anyway. Instead of that, I got a 7.5 kilo jump, so there was no way I was getting that, which would have been 368, which would get, again, that was a goal going into the meet, but that's not what I had wanted on the day of the meet. So it's all good though. No worries, no hard feelings there. I mean, we even got the head ref to go over and try to change it for us, but it's all good. It doesn't really matter anyway. I tried. I just texted Sean, my coach, as I was about to do it. I just go, fuck it, let's just YOLO bench and just go for it. So I just tried as best I could. I think my form was actually a lot better on the third attempt, but it still wasn't there. Doesn't really matter. So then we move on to the deadlift. But before we do that, just again, the bench was only 10 pounds less than my PR, and I dropped over 15 pounds to get into this weight class. So again, that's still like acceptable in a way, right? So then we go to deadlift. The deadlift was great. The deadlift was that literally was the first time I've ever felt confident in that lift in my entire lifting career on the platform. Like, I've never felt good at deadlift. I've never felt confident in myself on the deadlift in a meet. I've always just felt like it was my worst lift. I'm terrible at it relative to myself. Like, I think I'm bad at it. Or at least I did. And it was bad compared to people in my weight class. It was bad compared to people in lower weight classes. So now that, like, I've been training really hard this cycle to get that up, this past 2 cycles really, and it really showed, I think. I think it finally came out that, like, I finally have the technique down, I have the strength, and I'm really getting it, and I'm really starting to actually like the deadlift. And it was the first time I had fun deadlifting, I think, in a meet, because I wasn't worried about, like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm going to get. I can't even get 500. Like, so to put it in perspective for you guys before we go over the attempts, just this past winter, I couldn't even deadlift the bar. Like, I wasn't able to deadlift. And just last summer, I couldn't deadlift 500. So we even had, like, at our gym Cornerstone, now we have calibrated plates, so it's great. So we know exactly what is on the bar. But last year, the first time I deadlifted 500, it wasn't even 500 because the plates were fucked up. It was rubber plates that were actually probably, some of them ranged from being as low as 40 pounds. So my first 500 deadlift wasn't even a 500 deadlift. Like, you guys that have watched this channel, you guys know that. We trashed all those plates. Me and Corey won't even touch them anymore because they're trash to train with, and obviously they're not the right weight. So, like, it's basically like using fake plates. But so now we have the Rogue plates. They're perfect. So now we train exactly how we play. Or I guess that's how you would say it. We train just like meet day, except we don't have reds, which would have been perfect. But just this winter, I couldn't even deadlift 315. I couldn't deadlift the bar. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't squat. And that's another thing. I couldn't even squat when I was doing that, like, in the winter. I always put it as, like, I couldn't deadlift. I couldn't even squat. So to squat 551 is huge to me. To deadlift, what I did is, like, even that much better. It means so much to me that, like, Sean and Corey took so much time to work with me on my form and perfect it. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's, like, as good as it's getting right now. Like, I could still tweak some things, get that much better, but for right now, it's perfect for where I'm at. And with that, so we took my attempts with 523 opener. So 523 opener was like a joke. We kind of knew it was gonna be, but you gotta know that the attempts that at least I take, and I think Corey takes as well, generally speaking, I would assume most of people that work with Sean take, are pretty conservative on openers, because we just want to get something out on the board. Like, we don't want to take something stupid. It's basically almost like a last warm-up before, a lot of times the second attempts for us is a PR. And for me and Corey, of course, because now Sean has higher, more elite athletes, so that's when it gets tougher to PR in the meets. But for us, it's like we still have some room to grow. So our second attempts basically are all PRs, a lot of the time. Then we went from 523 to 562, I believe it was. It was in between 556 and 556, 557, and 562, depending on how fast the first attempt went. So we smoked it, so we just went 562 anyway. So that was a PR in itself, just as a gym PR. So a week before I hit 556 in the gym at Dan Campos at RPE like 8, I think I hit this at probably like RPE 8. So then we took the biggest jump, not like poundage-wise, I guess, but we took the biggest jump to 584, and that's what we came to do. That's what Corey predicted. Corey predicted all my attempts, basically, back at Collegiate Nationals. He said, at Collegiate Nationals, you're going to squat 551 and you're going to deadlift 584. I think he said I'd bench 368, but he was a little off there, but I tried it. So I smashed 551, and I demolished 584 because I was so peaked, I was so prepared, and that's not just because of me, that's because of all my support system and my coach and my training partner. So all of that said, I hit a 82-pound meet PR, and that's just since April. So you guys have to think, that's what, April, May, June, July. So that's like, and it's like, it was like the first week of July, or the first week in April and the second week of July. So it was like 3 months and some like 1 or 2 weeks in there. So it's not even like, it's like 14 weeks realistically that I got a 82-pound PR to my meet total. So you guys have to get that crap out of your head where you can't get strong in like a shorter amount of time. If you guys put in the work, and I know like to an extent, like the elite guys, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to get strong in a short time. But for people like me, for people like probably like you, if you're watching this, you guys can do it. You guys can add you can add tons of pounds to your total, and you just got to believe in yourself. You got to trust the system that you're putting yourself in, and you got to trust your partner, your coach, and all that. So with all that, I have to say thank you to my parents for coming, my grandma for coming, my other grandparents for watching, always supporting, because I know you guys, like everyone that watches, some of you guys just can't make it. You guys live far. A lot of my grandparents live in New Jersey, and everybody else that watches a lot of you guys live in New Jersey, but a lot of you guys live across the country, in different countries. That's awesome. I really appreciate that support. I need to thank Sean Noriega, my coach. He's a fucking man. He always has me and Corey peaked perfectly. I literally don't believe I could have been peaked any more perfectly than this meet. I felt way better yesterday than I felt at Collegiate Nationals, and that's saying something because at Collegiate Nationals I was peaked. Like, I felt like night and day compared, and I cut for this meet. I water cut for this meet. So that it goes to show you how important having a coach is, and especially a good one. So thank you to him. He helped me so much going into this meet, and I had to work with him while he was prepping for Worlds. He competed at Worlds, and he has to do classes at Harvard this summer. He's a smart dude, and he's working his ass off. So I know like helping us it can't be his main priority, but he still even got it done with us. He still got the work done and helped us hit our goals. So I obviously need to give a shout out to Corey Greenberg for being the fucking greatest gym partner I could ask for. He is the man too. Well, I'm the man, but Sean and Corey are the man as well. Corey hit 2 PRs on his squat, or 1 PR on his squat and 1 PR on his bench. He ripped open his hand on his deadlift. He was smashing his deadlift. He went for a 611. So guys, this is the first time ever in FitCon and Corey history that FitCon has out deadlifted Corey Greenberg. Mark it down in your calendars, boys, because this is a big day. No, but he was pulling 611 and he pulls hook grip, so his just thumb just like he was like missing his thumb now basically. He had it. It was flying up. I think if he's making a video about it, I don't know. If not, go check out his Instagram at Corey Pulls, and maybe he'll post a video. And he had it, man. And then what he did, he was pissed off because, you know, like you can't do anything about that. So what Sean told him to do is go 1 hand hook grip and 1 hand under mixed grip, and it was crazy. Because I just was like, dude, throw some tape on it and just do it. You have nothing to lose, right? So he goes to do it, and he almost had it, but he just lost it because he's never trained like that. So that was crazy. He had 611 almost up. It might have been faster than his hook grip pull. So either way, shout out to him. Shout out to Caitlin Nash for coming out, driving all the way from New Jersey to handle me, because that is a huge help, and that made the world made a huge difference. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'm just worked up a little bit. So she drove all the way from New Jersey to handle me, so that helped me a ton because I couldn't find anyone around here that was able to handle me. A lot of people were working, a lot of people were doing all this crazy stuff. A lot of my friends are actually not even in the state, so that doesn't help at all. So she drove all the way to handle me, dealt with all my bullshit, to put all my attempts in, and she did a great job, so I couldn't thank her enough for that. And I'm trying to think, thank you to everyone that's on the Breed Elite team, Brian, Ling, everybody that competed. I can't even think of everyone off the top of my mind, so I don't want to just start like naming people. But Brian and Ling helped me a lot yesterday and last week actually when we went to train at Dan Campos. And Brian handled Corey, and they kept me calm when I had to deal with my last bench crap. And you know, you just got to move on from that stuff, and they helped me with that. And I went on to smash my deadlift, so it's all right. It's all right, and you just drop it and just move forward. It doesn't really matter. And thank you to, that's about it, but I want to thank everyone else for your guys' support and your guys watching all my stuff, all my Instagram posts, all my YouTube videos. Because without you guys, I wouldn't have an audience to talk to. I'd be talking to myself, which probably I am a lot of the time anyway. But you guys mean the world to me. The support that you guys give me, it helps me so much to just drive that much further, to push myself. And I just want to thank everyone that I shared the platform with, because it was a hell of a meet. It was fun. I got to see other people put up some huge numbers, and I got to see people win some damn money for the first time in the USAPL that I've seen. I don't think it probably isn't the first time ever, but it was a fun meet, and I got to share the platform with a lot of freaking beasts. So, and it's just insane to me, the community that we're in, the powerlifting community. Everyone's cheering me on while I was doing my last deadlift, and everyone was cheering everyone else on. I was cheering alongside with for the guy that squatted after me, Mike, Trained to Gain on Instagram. Dude's a freaking beast. He squats 600 right after me in my weight class. Holy crap, dude. You guys got to go check him out. He's the beast. So it was just a fun meet. I couldn't have had a better time, honestly. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. This is a freaking long video, and if you guys made it this far, I really do appreciate you. I love you guys. Now we're on to Raw Nationals. We're going to get there, and we're going to hit even more PRs. I guarantee it. So check out those people I said, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. I don't know if anybody new's here, but if you are, go check out some of my new videos. Go check out some of my old classic videos if you guys do, and leave a comment down below on what you would like to see next, and maybe some of your goals for your upcoming meets or your upcoming competitions, whatever you guys do. Or even if you don't have a competition, you just have some goals, leave them down below. I'd like to see them. I'd like to help you guys reach your goals and inspire you to get what you want and do what you're passionate about. So thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong. Peace.